Okay, guys, let's look at another rhombus example. We have rhombus A, B, C, D. We have a couple of angles with variables. We have some sides with variables. And we're told to find y and x. So let's focus on y. So y is having to do with angles. So one thing we always need to remember is that at your diagonals where they cross, this makes a right angle. Every time it makes a right angle. So just from here, I can say 12y is equal to 90 because it's a right angle. So 90 divided by 12 is going to give us y is equal to 7.5. And that's okay. It can be a decimal. So now I need to take that y because it's telling me to find the angle of BCF. BCF. So this angle right in here for 4y minus 1. So all I have to do is take that y, plug it in, minus 1. 4 times 7.5 is 30. 30 minus 1 is 29. So the measure of angle BCF is equal to 29 degrees. Yes, it says round to the nearest tenth. I see that, guys. Sometimes it's just there to trick you. So be careful. Be careful. Don't second guess yourself unless it's a simplified radical and it needs to be a simplified radical. But sometimes we put nearest tenth there to make you think you need to round or to make you think it's going to be a decimal. And sometimes we give you simplified radical even when it's going to be a whole number. So make sure you're doing your steps properly. Don't leave it as a radical if it says round to the nearest tenth, and don't leave it as a decimal if it says simplified radical. Those are very too big. That's definitely wrong, hints there. All right, we are going to move on to finding x. X is with a side length. I have 4x plus 15 and 7x plus 2. Our properties of rhombuses or rhombi tell us that all four sides are congruent, just like a square. So I have congruency here. So in order to find x, I can just set these equal to each other. 4x plus 15 equals 7x plus 2. Do your little hocus pocus, move stuff around. And we have 13 equals 3x. Oh my goodness, what are we going to do? Do these divide? No, they don't. They most certainly do not. So x is going to be equal to, I'm going to leave this as a fraction right now. I know you're like, well, it tells me I'm going to round to the nearest tenth. It does, but right now I'm just going to leave it as a fraction. Makes things a little easier. And then I round my final answer. Again, final answer. You do not round until your final answer at the end. So it's asking me to find the length of AB. Well, this is a rhombus. All four sides are congruent. So I can take this x that we just found and plug it into either of the two sides that are given, either the 4x plus 15 or the 7x plus 12. Or 7x plus 2. Does not matter which one we do. So 4 times 13 over 3 plus 15. Show me that setup and then just plug it into the calculator, guys. Okay, so we have 4 parentheses 13 divided by 3 plus close parentheses plus 15. What am I trying to do? And that's going to give me 97 over 3, which is equal to 32.3 rounded to the nearest tenth. Showing you all my steps, my whole process, so you can try to be a little like-minded. Okay. And our last example is back to a rectangle. So I'm going to start a new video for this one. I'll be back shortly, guys. Stay tuned.